I'm tired of eating food cooked by people who don't bath.
So basically, I'm going to be bringing out the unique parts of people's diary session today, as some or most of the housemates per se. And Lerato's own diary session was kind of funny as she threw shades at people. Now, we really don't know who she's throwing shade at, but we know a number of people have been cooking and cook more. I think there is the touch of Mpumi, Liema. Twenta has stopped cooking per se, but not where people are cooking. But here was Lerato talking about how cleanliness is next to godliness, and she is tired of coming to eat food by people who do not have their bath. Now, according to her, the people who cook they don't take their bath before they cook. What she noticed is in the morning, after they have the exercise gym session, they go and cook and they eat. Now she understands that particular one, but the one she doesn't understand is the fact that in the afternoon, you do not take your shower. You do not get very clean before you come and cook, and she gets to eat. The same thing at night. Right now, she's thinking of how she's going to drag people out for that, but she's going to take her time. She went on to say, literally ask Big Brother a bogus question like, doesn't he feel good when, when you dress in new clothing, you sleep in good, clean sheets? That's the feeling of how when you eat after being clean. And of course, however way she wants to do this complaint, just seems like a complaint you can settle simply. If you're tired of eating food and you feel people don't take their bath, if you can relate to them, go and tell them. But if you cannot, then make sure to volunteer to do most of the cooking so that the food will be done by people who are clean. You get.
And nobody had anything positive to say about me. In what I've experienced so far, I would give him 5. Even though I feel like he's just playing puppet to Mac Jr. and Snaye.
A lot of people actually take Papa Ghost for somebody who is emotionless. But I've come to see over time that the most tough expressing people are literally the most emotional and the most touchy. Most times they feel things 3 times as hard as other people, and that was the case of Papa Go's diary session, because it was full of complaints and disappointments and hurt. And I understand. All I was saying, if only you did better, or if only you make people understand you better. Everyone can just be against you for no reason. You obviously are doing something that is somehow wrong. So the highlight of his diary session was when he spoke about how he was disappointed with how some certain housemates, literally according to him, nobody had anything good to say about him. People are just talking bad about him here and there. At least not that he saw anyone did speak anything good about him. According to him, he noticed how Taki became bolder after he had left. Mac Jr. became bolder, more expressive, more lively. These people were all lively. I remember even Twenta saying that, the energy in the house was a little bit more positive now that, Papa Ghost was out. Only to now come back into the show, and after winning the head of house, Taki went back into his shell and a little bit more conserved around him and Lerato, around Papa Ghost and Lerato. He went on to add that even Mac Jr. did the same. Mac Jr. is now back in his shell and, being careful so they wouldn't clash and stuff. That really hurts him, or he's disappointed. Now, he's saying he's disappointed. I know he was hurt that, nobody had anything serious or truthful or nice to say about him. All their truths were surrounded around, how negative he is. Even Mpumi, according to him, Mpumi, whom he thought was like a close party, did the same thing. Big Brother went on to ask him that in a rating of 1 to 10, where does he see Taki as a head of house? And then, Papa Ghost said that he sees him as a 5, only because so far so good he has tried, but he still feels that Taki is a puppet for Sinai and I think Mark Jr. And I'm like, oops, okay, it is the shade for me. Since they're all throwing shades left, right, and center, but that's crazy. And moving on from that, we notice that the highlight of Z's own diary session was the fact that she feels that Papa Ghost wants to make her an agent and that she could see through his plots, pretending that he's vibing with her, but rather making plans and twisting and trying to use her. Now, according to her, if Big Brother really wanted her to be an agent, Big Brother would have told her, but Papa Goes making it look like, oh, they saw a lot of things from their few days out of the house, him and Lerato, and now he's back to try and fix things and, help her own game so that he can help her. So that he can help her own game while she helps him is very fishy by her, but she doesn't know how to place it. One way or the other, she's going to make sure that she plays along, but make sure that it favors her in the long run. And I understand that because anybody wants to use you, you have to find a way to get your own pound of flesh from that. Moving on to Willy. Willy says that Mick Jr. is causing a lot of trouble for their group as he has not been doing anything since they prepared for their, challenge. And this is because Mick Jr. doesn't like Lerato. Maybe she's a threat. Maybe she puts him off one way or the other. Although it works for him, it suits him, Willy, but he knows it is affecting the group and he doesn't know what to do.
Ghost and Lerato. And I have to say, that's the worst gift I've ever received in my whole entire life. Everybody, word of mouth, when are you saying that I'm your next target? And he was like...
The last highlight on the diary session was Mpumi's explosive session because, this girl went all out to say everything that was in her heart, in her mind, her head, and everything, aside the clothes that she's wearing. Because, girl, what is that? Anyway, so Big Brother asked Mpumi if she enjoyed or liked the gift that he brought for them. And she was like, Big Brother, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be as straightforward as possible. That was literally the worst gift I've ever received in my life. And I'm not supposed to say that because I didn't expect you to bring, of all things, was to bring Lerato and Papa Goes back into the house. How do you expect me to feel? Now we have to re-strategize. We understand ourselves. It's like taking us 2 steps backward. And that's just what you did, Big Brother. She went on to say, well, she's just going to manage it and take it as it is. She'll just only try to not get into physical fights with anybody. Because as it seems, Lerato and Papa Goes are going to be triggering her. Now, could you imagine? Papa Ghost sent Lerato to come and tell her that she is his next target. Now she had to go and confront him, and he was like, oh no, that's not what I meant. That's not how I meant to say it. I was rather saying that you are my next person to walk on, something like that in those lines. And she's like, if you're saying your next person to walk on, don't you mean your next target? Like right now, she's holding herself. But if these 2 people come for her, she's going to go all out. The highest that's going to happen is fights of mouths. She's not going to get physical, but it is what it is. I'm like, oops, girl, that's crazy. Now, guys, of course, I haven't been pumping out as much videos as I usually would, but that's done for now. I'm going to bring you videos back to back, so stick around. Make sure you subscribe, click on the bell to have a notification on every post I make. Don't forget to share, comment, sample, and also share this video. I'll see you in the next one.